Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go!
It's about to be a lit day today.
Hey, let's get back to our swagger, come on.
All of them get the dough down.
That is the juggernaut.
Yo, welcome back inside the TCO studios. This is the Audible presented by Verizon. My name is Gabe Henderson alongside Ben Leber. And our guest of tonight, my man, Big Mike Pierce, AKA the Juggernaut. What's going on, man?
Not much, brother, not much. Just enjoying the company.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Likewise.
So you know, you've been on the show before, so you know that we start off every segment, or at least the first segment with the guest with the trivia question. Mm-hmm. And I know you are a history buff because you said that on the last time on the show, especially when it comes to Vikings defensive linemen. So you ready for this?
Let's see what we got.
With that said, can you name the top 5 sack leaders in Vikings history?
Okay. So we got to go John Randall, obviously. Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw, it's just a shot in the dark. Alan Page on the list?
He is.
All right, bet. Ev got to be up there. He had like 87. No?
No.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Alan Page is in there. If Ev not in there, we're going old school.
Yeah.
These are all like true legends.
Yeah.
All right, so gold jacket, Kevin.
No.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, it's some sack getters in this.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, let's see.
Can we give him a hint?
You've got. Oh, he said Randall and who else?
Page.
Okay, that's okay.
Alan Page.
2 of them are. Can we give him a hint that he's
Sure.
people eaters?
I'm about to say. Okay, I don't know the names.
Let me give you the initials for the first one.
Okay.
CE. Number 1 on the list. We'll say 130 sacks.
Chris. No.
Well, there is a Chris.
Yeah, there is a Chris on the list.
Sheesh.
Man, this might be the
This
first
is tough.
time we got
This
somebody.
is tough. This is tough.
We can't leave you.
good.
We can't leave you hanging this whole time. So we have on the list Carl Eller with 130, Jim Marshall 127, John Randall 114, Alan Page 108, which those two you got, and Chris Dolman. Top 5 at 96.5 sacks.
Okay.
Where is Ev? Do we know where Ev is at?
I think he's like 6 or 7.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he's
like 6.
They had
He's
some
up
on the
there.
board. It was like 87.
Yeah, he's got to be
Okay.
up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, you talk about Ev, the fact that you get to play with somebody that's on pace to possibly be on that list.
Right.
Like,
That's amazing. Especially with those guys. And what did you say the top guy was 130?
130. Carl Eller was the man.
Yeah, we get a lot of sacks. That's insane.
But this is a place, where D linemen are known to make plays. This
Right.
D lineman group has made plays thus far. And I know for you're a guy that want to make plays. So when you look at those names, those guys that have made plays in history for the Vikings, how does that motivate you?
It's just the thing that Dre hammers each and every week. The name of our group is the Rushmen. Started by those guys who have all the accolades and all the stats. So, no, it's just something that, that's drilled in us. It's a standard that's been set long before us. Obviously, when I came here, just following the steps like Linval. He's not on the sack list, but dude is an amazing player. And then, Daniil, fastest to 50 sacks in NFL history. So you're playing with that guy. You're playing with Everson, 87 career sacks. It's just the list keeps going on and on. And obviously, I pride myself on wanting to be one of the best nose guards. Obviously, one of the better ones to play here. So you got a lot of goals, but you also got a lot of big shoes to fill.
Well, you guys came into this year, that was one of your goals, to get after the passer.
Right.
And you know this, that it's not always about sacks. It's about harassment, about pressures. And going into the bye week, you guys were number 1 in the league. 18% of all pass attempts, you guys were pressuring the quarterback. So that to me goes beyond just the sack numbers. But when you guys look back at the film, and I know everybody kind of self-scouts during the bye week, what has been the biggest difference? Is it just this idea of team defense? But what has led to this 18% number 1 in the league of getting after the passer?
Guys are hungry. Also, last year, nobody was healthy. So just adding pieces. So bringing Griff back. But he is like 6 now. So having him on the roll, Daniil's healthy, and he's on the roll. But also, being able to rush 4. and not have to, keep extra guys in coverage and still be able to count on guys getting to the quarterback. Amon had a sack last week. Dalvin Tomlinson's on the roll now. James even came in and got a sack. So, like I was telling people in preseason, like, I have a big job being a starting nose guard, but these guys can play.
Yeah.
And, when they get their opportunity, they're doing well. So, no, man, it's just everybody as a collective, being in tune, being on the same page, and just getting at the quarterback and doing what Dre says and executing the game plan.
What does that do for like vibe and morale of the room when you have guys that's like building that confidence and wanting to make, or when somebody comes out of the game, somebody else can come in and it's not a drop off? What does that do for confidence?
It allows you to be able to obviously get in the flow of the game, but like, okay, if I get tired, the next guy's gonna come in and he's gonna pick up right where we left off. But that's something that we do a good job of on the sideline, just from series to series, just talking, this is what I'm getting, this is what you can expect. They changing this from the film, all that kind of stuff. So when Armand comes in, if I'm tired, or when, the past 2 games, when Armand comes out, James knows exactly what to expect, what kind of rush you're looking to hit. And then, we cashed in on those in Carolina. So just got to keep communicating and keep trusting each other.
When do you guys do anything internally when you guys are watching film on a Monday? Does Andre give you guys any sort of insider or inside incentives? Like, you guys, I know you don't have like a turnover chain or anything like that, but like, did he give you guys any sort of bones or anything, just even inside that room to kind of get you guys motivated and even just celebrate the fact that you guys are doing great things?
So he has a great tradition. His wife has a sack cake. If we get 3 sacks and we get a win, she makes the most delicious cake ever. Like, it's insane.
What kind of cake?
Yeah, what's in it?
So it's a proprietary blend. I don't know exactly how it's made, but it's like a chocolate caramel mix, super moist. It's insane. Comes in cold. I don't even really like cold cake. I normally prefer it like room temp, but it's the best thing you ever had. So he has stories of like guys from back in the day when he was here, like fighting over this cake. I think an O-lineman took a cake back in the day, and it almost came to blows. So, I mean, I'm sure Coach Dre will be able to tell y'all, but I don't know what's in it, but it's dope, bro. It's dope.
I know for you to say that, I know just personally you're a picky eater.
Very much so.
And Vikings fans don't know what you're picky about.
Right.
So what are you picky about? What do you not eat? Or what do you eat? That's what you said. You said a better question is what do you eat?
It'd probably be easier for me to describe what I do eat. So, interesting thing, I am not a chocolate person.
Same.
Do not eat chocolate cake, really ever. So for that cake, for me to eat it, it's like, because I was like, I don't think I want to try it. He's like, you got to try this cake. So I think the caramel in it made it, better for me, but like people who love chocolate go crazy over this stuff. But I would definitely, anytime we get some, I'm taking a slice. So no, I don't do steak unless it's like well done. So, you get like Japanese Wagyu, all these Wagyus, it needs to be well done. Picky about my vegetables. I like to stick to kale, broccolini.
But you don't eat salad, right?
Do not eat salad, but I make sure I get my greens in. Like, I do the broccoli, I do the kale, spinach, different vegetables.
Yeah, that's all right.
But
that's pretty good.
I don't like salad. I don't like quinoa.
Yeah,
I get you that.
I don't like squash.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. The vegetable medley.
That ain't my thing. Let's see.
I feel like you helping us understand what we don't like. It's like, this is.
I'm a little bit picky, bro. So like fish, I'll do like catfish from down south.
Okay.
I'll do salmon. I tried swordfish for the first time not too long ago. I just tried oysters.
For the first time?
Cooked 3 different ways. Yeah, being from down south, that's insane.
Wow.
I know, but the only ones I really got.
Baltimore, were the seafood capital of the East
Coast. Now I do crab cakes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I do scallops, but as far as like the oysters, nah. Oysters Rockefeller was the closest thing. That's doctored with cheese, and spinach,
cheese
and everything.
and like there's
it's not real oysters. So char grill was not for me. Definitely not raw. So no, I definitely got to look at the menu at a restaurant before I pull up.
You do like fish, and fishing is big in the Minnesota community. Have you had a chance to go fishing here or understand what fishing is to this community?
I've heard about like ice fishing and all that stuff, but like I've been to Lake Minnetonka all the time this summer. So no, I haven't fished. I like to swim.
Oh, wow.
So by the time I get to the lake, I'm jumping off the boat and I'll be out there for a couple hours. So now I hadn't had much time to swim. I got to get used to the cold before I try to do this ice fishing thing. But I understand like people have like trailers that have holes in them.
Yeah.
And they do it. I can do it that way.
That's about the only way I can do it too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm not all about sitting on a bucket outside.
Yeah.
On a 5-gallon bucket, flipped upside down. No thanks.
The people who do that, they tough.
Heck yeah.
They are tough. Yeah, they tough. That's a whole different brand of toughness.
But here's what I don't understand about ice fishing for those people.
Okay.
It's not like you're catching anything exotic. You know, if you're out there and you're like, man, I'm gonna catch something that I can't catch in the summertime.
18-pound catfish.
Like if there's something else that like comes up from the depths in the wintertime that you can catch, maybe it's worth sitting on a bucket. But if you sit on the bucket and you're gonna pull out a 6-inch crappie, like, well, that was it really that worth it? Like to sit there and freeze your face off, or like
for me, no.
a bluegill?
But I think I assume I've read a lot of like articles about different stuff and like blogs. I think it's like a pastime thing for the people who endure that.
It's like generational.
Yeah, it's like that's what they do. Like I talked to one of our guys on our equipment staff, like him and his family. That's what they've been doing since he's from a small town. Yeah. That's what they do. I'm not gonna do that.
Let's be honest. Y'all just want to get away from.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's all it is.
But I'll try the trailer for sure.
Yeah. Well, playing football in the cold is bad enough. So good thing we play in the dome.
Indeed.
And we got a game on Sunday, and we get to talk to Michael Pierce about that game against the Dallas Cowboys right after the break. We'll be right back with more from Michael Pierce on the Audible presented by Verizon.
Let's go, bring it up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
It's about to be a lit day today.
Hey, let's get back to our swagger. Come on.
All of them get the dough down.
That is the juggernaut.
All right, we're back. This is the Audible presented by Verizon. My name is Gabe Henderson, alongside Ben Leber, our guy Michael Pierce, who joins the show today. And Mike, Dallas Cowboys week. I feel like that says enough in itself.
Yeah,
primetime football.
Sunday night football.
But I got to ask you, you haven't played the last couple of games, and your guys, Armon Watts, James Lynch, even Dalvin Tomlinson, they've stepped up in your absence. What has it been like to watch those guys make those plays since you've been out?
It's been amazing to see, especially like James.
Yeah.
He played a little bit last year, but he got a lot of snaps in Carolina, and he made the most of them. And anytime you sit out any games, you want to see your team, perform as well, or if not better, than when you were out there. So, that's the most important for me. Like to have Armon play at the level he's playing, have James play at the level he's playing, and had to watch that one on TV, unfortunately. But to be there and like be able to like say, this is what I'm seeing from the sideline, talk to Dre and all that kind of stuff. That's great for me just to know it's not okay that I'm missing the game, but we doing all right. So it's been great to see, man. I'm super proud of them, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can keep doing. When I'm back, and it'll be great just to have 3 guys that we can depend on. Dalvin's going to do great regardless. So he's a monster in itself.
So as far as your role goes, and I've been there too, like getting injured and being out it sucks. It's just the worst. I mean, for psychological reasons and emotional reasons, like you don't feel like you're a part of the team, but you still want to be a value add. You don't want us to be a guy that's in the training room. So how does that change for you in the course of the week? And on game day, how do you add value even though that you're not out there playing? Yeah.
First and foremost, I just prepare myself mentally, just like I was playing. So I still watch the film, obviously in every meeting. And it's just for me now, like more just communicating with Dre. And telling, obviously the guys, this is what I see. I played a lot more snaps than those guys collectively. So, I would prepare myself differently. We talk about those things anyway, but just now more so like, knowing the kind of moves Armon wants to hit, knowing kind of player James is, you say, okay, if you get this, I would go to this if I were you, type thing. But no, they do a great job in preparing. But now it's just about me and Coach Dre, when I'm on the sideline, being in tune, staying focused, and when I see something that, I think it can help, not only, our defensive line or like our nose guards, but like our 3 techs. So, normally when I'm in the game, it's about nose guard and, my nose guard. So me, James, and Armon talking, but now I can talk to Dalvin, I can talk to everybody and just see how different things are fitting. And if like, our linebackers are doing this and we're getting that. It's about, schematics. So that's something I enjoy, actually. So, it's just about, talking through stuff with our coaching staff and then being a, extra ear and extra eyes on the field.
You talk about Dalvin a little bit. Earlier this week, he said Zimmer has helped his game improve each week of the season.
Right.
What have you liked about him? And I know Zimmer, he's in the room with you too. You've seen him, but what has he done, especially a guy that we know he's a head coach, but he more so focuses on the secondary. That's this, his bread and butter. But for the D-line, for Dalvin to say that about him in the D-line, what have you liked? What has he done that's made you guys take that next step?
So he's putting guys in the position to make plays. So a reason why we have those, 21 sacks and a pressure rate, we have different fronts, but now he's putting in different blitzes, different coverages, and he's just allowing guys. So, everybody was on Dalvin. He wasn't getting sacks at the beginning of the year. He had to adjust to playing 4-eye. So that's an adjustment. And then, when we go back to over, we'll call some things to let him free up himself and, not so much, power rush guys, but he can feel some freedom to move around and do some things. And then, it's just about, integrating with the talent. So a lot of coaches, they have a scheme and they stick to the scheme. Some schemes work better than others, but, you find guys that fit in your scheme. But the thing Coach Zimmer does is not only does he have a scheme and have a plan, but he can integrate different things for different guys and, see what their talents are and make it work for the defense as well.
The one thing that I loved, and I know that you understand this, but for the listeners and the viewers out there, you talk about James Lynch's sack in the last game, in the Carolina game, and the thing that I loved about that sack is because that was a team sack. What Eric Kendricks did as far as a linebacker, picking that offensive lineman and him looping around, that to me is like a football work of art. Because I love watching a guy beat somebody one-on-one, but I also love watching an X's and O's concept work out and come to fruition. And I'm happy for James, but I love the fact that Kendricks is doing a job that kind of sucks.
It's a thankless job.
It's a thankless job. And those are the hidden things that I don't think people realize. And you guys do the same thing to the linebackers as well, is picking guys or even picking a defensive end on a stunt or twist or something like that. I love when I see those things come to fruition as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's awesome when you get to draw something up and it works just like you draw it up in practice. Normally something goes wrong, whether it's a lineman doesn't set a certain way and all that stuff, but we run those things and walkthroughs and all this stuff throughout the year. And, for it to hit as clean as it did was awesome. But I know a lot of people, miss those kind of intricacies of the game. But front and coverage, people don't preach that enough. When Pat P does his job, when Breland does his job, when EK does his job, great things happen for the D-line and vice versa. So, we had a rough couple weeks at the beginning of the season, but I think we're starting to get rolling and we're starting to see a lot of guys who have those, special abilities start to come and, shine through.
We started the segment off with the fact that it's Dallas week.
Right.
They want to run the ball, they can throw the ball also, but for a defensive lineman, for a defensive line unit, what is the point of emphasis when facing a team like Dallas?
First and foremost, we got to out-physical their offensive line. So we got to get them out of the run game. Everybody knows who Zeke is, but that Pollard kid is
He can play.
He got some juice, man.
Yeah.
So, we got to get them off a schedule. So, most offenses, when you got backs and you run the ball like that, they plan on it being 2nd and 6 and shorter. So we keep them in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, get some negative plays on first down. Now we can start getting in our wheelhouse and calling some things and, sending them some looks that they don't normally see. So first and foremost, we got to get them out of running the ball, which they've done extremely, extremely well. And then, we got to get after Dak as a group because the dude is amazing. Got tons and tons of weapons, but we believe, because we get a lot of sacks around here, we can put pressure on them like nobody has before. So we got to keep them off balance.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore does a great job of calling plays. You might have played against him. Dude has been in the league. He's seen a lot of different things,
Brilliant.
and he's putting it together with Dak. So we got to make him run. Obviously not scramble out the pocket, but keep him on the move and not let him get in the rhythm. Because when they get in the rhythm, they're tough to stop.
I think there still is something of taking the season in chunks. Everybody kind of takes it in quarters, and and these 4 games coming up are huge for this team. And I think we all understand what I mean by that. So how are you approaching this game and really the next 4 or 5 games?
To me, I'd approach it like any other game. We got to have it, and whatever I need to do to prepare my body, prepare my mind, whether I play or I don't play, It's just about being, accountable to the standard that, we have to win. We ended the first quarter 3-3, but we need to we're not breaking 500. We need to win as many of these 4 games as we can.
Ending on a positive note, because this is your first year with this team, second year on the roster, but first year playing with the team.
Right.
We have guys that we talk about, okay, man, this guy's playing great. Like, this guy's doing this, doing that. Being that it's your first year on the team, do you have a guy that you say, whether it's offense or defense, of like, man, this guy's good?
Right. So I want to highlight 2 people.
Okay.
Chris Boyd on special teams is a beast. I don't think people give him enough credit. The job he does at Gunner is like, yeah, I don't know how they vote for people for the Pro Bowl for that kind of stuff, but double teams, single blocks, the dude can play.
He's killing it, huh?
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He is doing a great job. 3 people actually. Hammer, that run last week was insane.
Yeah.
But he does a great job on special teams as well. That's our special teams leader. So he goes to the Pro Bowl. So keep voting for him, obviously. And then in our secondary, Xavier Woods does not get enough credit.
Yeah.
Obviously, Harrison Smith is our guy. Probably a Ring of Honor type guy, gold jacket candidate, that kind of stuff. But the job he does on the opposite side of him, Harry blitzes a lot. He's down in the box. You're on an island back there sometimes.
Yeah.
So now he handles that well, and he just makes a lot of solid plays that go unnoticed. He had a penalty on a hit that, I don't know I asked him, like, when he got in there, I was like, what do they expect people to do? But then, a lot of guys let that get in their head. He had a big play right after that, the very next drive.
Right.
No fear, no worrying about penalties, no worrying about fines, all this kind of stuff that could, creep into your mind after you have a penalty like that. He goes and makes a big play on the sideline, knocks the ball out. So he's doing a great job. And, Dallas has, all these stars and all that stuff. I think his name kind of got overshadowed. That was a big signing for us.
I've been saying that all offseason, and we had him on. We talked to him earlier this week about just going to play. Well, I guess it's here, but playing against his former team, and he has some motivation. And I know he'll have some motivation this Sunday, next Sunday in Baltimore. You'll have some motivation. It's always good to see guys play against their former teams, but it starts with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Sunday primetime football on NBC. Mike,
It'll be a great one.
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
For sure.